First bug I encountered was just a simple visual bug where if you Alt-Tab, it will rapidly go through all the options until you tab back in.
One of the bugs in this game is that the text will fly off its movement area. As we can see at the top here with the dark green, the white text in the buttons go above it.
This is a minor bug I found in the control rebinding menu, where if you attempt to use a button that's already been used by something else, it will freeze up and you would have to press several buttons until eventually it will unfreeze. The second bug I encountered was a little general bug where if you go up to this fish object over here and press E, it won't actually collect it, and if you hold E, it will just flow in place until eventually it works itself out. Severe bug that I encountered during my first playthrough of the game was with this fish boss in the maze, where I encountered it and it just kind of floated inside of me and it wouldn't kill me, and I couldn't kill it, so I had no idea what I was doing here for a fair bit.
On the kelp area, before the maze, right after you get out of the intro, most of this is blocked off from getting through. But if you go through just the right pathway through here, you can get outside of this, through this barrier. And though you can't get through to this over here because there's an invisible wall, if you walk slowly over to the left here and go up these hills, you can see that I'm able to get through and there is no invisible barriers, and I am able to fall off of the level and descend into the abyss.
Cut these open. I found an infinite zooplankton glitch. And it spawns right here. So I can literally do this and keep getting zooplankton just like infinitely.
When I first played this, and I would use this to open this door with the text saying "check the door," I would then come into this room and then see this button here, and this would also say "check the door." For a while, I couldn't really figure out where to go. I would check every other room, or check this door, and then I would also check this door over here. I had also checked this door, but I didn't get close enough to it, I guess, to actually be seeing anything. You had to be like right up on it. So for like 10 minutes, I was trying to figure out where exactly to go. When you click these buttons and when you solve things, there isn't really much of an indicator until you actually go up to it or go and look in that direction. I believe there should be some sort of indication, maybe some sort of sound, some sort of effect that lets you know that points you in like the direction.
The next set of bugs I encountered were mainly due to the player's inability to jump over objects. For example, in this case, I just walked up to a toilet and I got trapped here. And in this other case, I just went behind this plant in the first level and got trapped here as well.
A bug in this control room area in the lab is going to be this graphical error. If you move close, you can tell this blue box seemed to be stuck in disappears when we look to the left. So as you can tell that it clearly cuts off from this angle. On the other side, it's the same ordeal. You can tell that the texture just blanks out and cuts off. This is a bug. For whatever reason, my model was stuck. Will play even if the chase music for the game will play, even if you're not being chased. You can prove this.
Another thing to point out is this would be my last generator if I destroy it. Nothing really indicates that I need to go to the center to reach that box. And the message going into this cave is defeat the eel. The eel is very much alive. It's not like defeated, but basically destroying these generators and then going into the box transitions you to the next level. There's nothing that like is shown in the water or on these wires to indicate, or from the box itself. Nothing, no indications to go to the box, to go to the next area, and that's just one.
The bug I found with some of the texturing, especially this eel room, is that the water reflection texture you see on these rocks, they have a clear cutoff point, and as well as once the player moves, they just start shaking.
Another thing that I've noticed is stamina draining at random times, especially when you're looking at something. I believe this happens, and this goes for anything else that somebody has reported about stamina draining if you look at something specifically. I think it really depends on the positioning of the character, and basically it happens when you're on slopes. So you can see my stamina is draining, and I'm basically on a slope, and because I'm turning this direction and on this edge, then it thinks that my character's on a slope. However, and I could be just standing still and not, not moving or anything. And this happens especially so when you're up against walls. So you can see, like, maybe it's where I'm standing, I'm on a slope, though I should be, because I'm standing still, I should be getting stamina back. Instead, I am losing it at times and gaining it at other times, and it's pretty random.
And then when the eel dies, it just comes back to life.
Another bug that I've seen, and with some of my team members, is on the left-hand side of the UI. Usually there is a blue icon above the stamina, signifying that you can turn invisible with the suit. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it is not, but it's never told to the player through the controls, unless you look at the controls on the main menu, that you can turn invisible. Right now I cannot. It is not given to me as an option, though I've seen it on other people's playthroughs, and even sometimes coming in here myself, that I do have an option to turn invisible, and it does work against the eel. But to not have it sometimes and only have it some other times is a bit weird.
Lastly, this one bug appears in the third level, where there's this rock formation that has no collision, and the player is able to walk through it, and when they do, they eventually fall through the map.
There are these collectibles and such that you can collect and whatever, and then there are these exits which also have the same animation, just about the sparkly animation. If you opt out of or miss one of these, and you end up going through the exit or entry, there is no way for you to go back. Maybe to potentially explore a different area that you thought you missed. Maybe you wanted to look at a certain area first, see what was down there. But now you can no longer get that entry. And I think a good suggestion would be if you could go back between scenes instead of only going forward, so you could have a chance at gathering all those different entries.